Who's the stronger troop in Clash of Clans? Is it the men or is it the women? The results may surprise you. See you next. Okay, we're starting on the women's side. We have 74 archers, 2 healers, 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, 4 Valkyries, 3 witches, the clan castle, and the heroes. And I'm using no spells during these raids, guys. I understand that the base is kind of, it's not so maxed, but I'm so used to farming. The first base I ran across with 200,000 gold, I went ahead and took it. So we start off here, we put the archers out to try to clear out some of these outside structures, because I know the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Valkyries, if not, they will go around the base. So we go ahead and start taking those guys out. Then we put down our 4 Valkyries, try to stick them right there in the center to try to get them to go through the middle of the base. Back them up with more archers to try to, take out some more of these surrounding structures. I don't want any of my troops straying off. The witches come in behind them. Now that they're out, which I like to try to put them behind everybody, that way the people in front can take all the damage. The P.E.K.K.A.s come out, and if it hadn't been for that building on the left, this raid may have gone a little different, guys. But yeah, we got everybody, just about everybody dropped now. We got the heroes down, so now it's pretty much just sit back and hope it works. As you see, we got a witch going around to the left. We got most of our troops going right dead middle. Here comes our clan castle. There's a few, well, it looks like 1 max wizard is all that was in the clan castle. So, but at this point, I'm thinking this raid's going pretty well. We should have this. Should have no problem. And then it hits me, I'm not farming. I'm trying to do a competition, so maybe I should have made the bases a little bit harder. Because now, this is the standard I have to do. I try to find all the bases about this level, But they're taking a little bit of damage, but they seem to be going right through the middle, no problem. Once again, guys, I just don't see us having any problems with this. And at this point, I'm thinking, should I use spells? Should I not use spells? I'm not real sure what to do. And you see the troops, they're starting to make their way towards the outside a little bit and working their way up to the top. But most of the defenses are down now, and this is pretty much a wrap. I think that was about the best I could do, and I didn't use any dark troops for the for the men, just because I felt like they were strong enough on their own. If you just try to use regular troops for the women, you wouldn't be very successful. I feel like, without the witches and the Valkyries. But yeah, guys, you see there, 3 stars, no problem. Well, that was the women's side. Now, let's go see what the men can do about it. Now on to the men. We have 40 barbarians, 14 giants, 7 wall breakers, 12 balloons, and 9 wizards. And like I said, guys, I tried to make the bases as similar as possible, which, I think all of them were Town Hall 8s. Most of them had about the same amount of walls. But the one thing they do have, I made sure I got plenty of loot. That way I didn't waste the raids. But I felt like if I made them all about the same, I'm going to do this again in the future, but I want to try to make the bases a little bit stronger. And see, when you're attacking with the men, it's a little bit easier because you got the giants that go for defenses only. You can put them out front, then you put the barbarians behind them. You can use your wizards to spread out and kind of take out the outside structures. And with the women, there's not really any troop that focuses only on defense. Not that I'm aware of anyway, and I really wish they would. And if you didn't notice, I didn't use any dragons in these raids because I wasn't real sure what sex they are. When you think of a dragon, you think of males, but they're also purple and look like they have on lipstick, and they take a really long time to train. So I just went with the troops that I thought, would work. And with the men, you don't need dark troops because you've got plenty with the regular troops. But like you can see here, guys, I dropped down the men, the giants, and everybody's going in right through the core of the base and taking out anything and everything, no problem, guys. At one point in this raid, I did think I had messed up, but the giants, they ended up spreading out really well, and these level 6 giants do some work, guys. They do work. They can take a lot of damage. I love them. But you can see right here, the heroes are starting to make their way through. And I didn't use my clan castle in this one because I didn't think I needed it. The women, they needed a little bit of support. I thought they would anyways, but they apparently didn't because all it was one wizard in there. But with these bases, I really didn't need the clan castles at all. I should have just stuck with the troops. But and I was going to try and use just the male and female heroes with their respective group. But yeah, guys, you see from here, all the troops, they made their way through, no problem. Especially with you got the heroes tanking for the wizards. They come up here, and the queen, I use her ability just to get her life back full, and no problem, 3 stars. Alright, now another raid with the men is next. Okay, now for another attack with the men, we have 36 barbarians, 12 giants, 8 wall breakers, 12 balloons, 12 wizards, the clan castle, and the heroes, guys. And once again with the men, it's pretty straightforward. You know, you use your smaller troops like barbarians to check for clan castle troops, and you put your giants out to tank and fill in behind with wizards, barbarians. You break a few walls and you drop your heroes in. You know, we've all been, if you've played this game for any amount of time, I'm sure you know how to attack. It's just, I always thought it would be interesting to see, you know, if you had to pick between all men troops, all women troops, which one would actually, you know, be more successful. And here, you know, we got our giants down. We're filling in with the barbarians. Go ahead and break a couple walls out. Get the giants going through. A lot of times, my first set of wall breakers, they fail. You know, I try to put them out before the giants actually get to the wall, and it never works. They always seem to take splash damage, or the archers take them out, you know, if they're decently leveled. But, yep, you see the giants now, they've gone in. They're making their way through. They're doing a really good job of tanking for all my troops. I go ahead and put my balloons out. I feel like now is the right time. There was an air defense right there at the beginning, I believe, that we took out. So, and these low-level wizard towers, they're not going to do much, not much at all to these balloons. And I wasn't sure what sex the lava pig was, or I'm sorry, lava hound was. I'm assuming it's a female because it has lava pups, but I still didn't use it. Let's guess because I didn't use the dragons for the regular elixir. But yeah, guys, we're making pretty easy work of this base going through it. I think in the next one we're gonna have to make the bases a little bit more difficult, and I'm gonna use spells just to you know, make it a little bit more fun. And I'm gonna have to if I make any harder bases. That's the main reason why these bases are pretty weak, because I didn't want to have to use spells. I was training up for a war. Anyways, but you see there, yeah, guys, pretty easy work the men made of this base. They're going through now, cleaning up the last few structures. As they work their way down, the wizards, they're going up there to get a builder hut, and I believe there's another builder hut they've got to get to. But either way, you know, this is pretty much a wrap after that. Once the giants got in there and got spread out good, it was pretty much a cakewalk from there. No problem at all. And of course, you know, the irony of it all is the archer queen is the one that takes out the last structure for the men. Traitor, she's a traitor. We have another 3-star victory, so it's 6-3. The men are up right now. And then we got another raid from the women, so we're going to get right into that in just a second. Hang on. And here we have the last raid, the one to win it all. We have 49 archers, 2 healers, 3 P.E.K.K.A.s, 4 Valkyries, and 3 witches, and our clan castle and heroes, guys. And it comes down to this. I know it's a Town Hall 9, but it's about the same level as those Town Hall 8s I was messing around with. And plus, you know, I was pushing next a whole lot of times to try to find a similar base, and this one seemed like the perfect one to attack. So once again, you know, I put out my a couple archers to go ahead and clear out some surrounding structures. Go ahead and get them going. Check the clan castle. Always check the clan castle, guys, no matter if you're just doing a raid to mess around. I put out my heroes to tank, because there's no real troop for the women that take out defenses that'll tank for you. So we go ahead and put out our heroes, spread out the archers, which level 6 archers are beasts. But go ahead and use my king. He's getting low to take down that wall. Once there's a clear shot to the middle, I drop my P.E.K.K.A.s, drop my Valkyries, another line of archers to back them all up. I'll go ahead and put down my witches in just a second, and then the two healers will tail all of them. And they're not going to last long. They're women. They're obviously women, so we go ahead and drop them down. And I just had to include them, you know. Healers are a big part of this game for a lot of people, and I think they ended up actually helping me out quite a bit on this one, you know. And this raid really surprised me here, guys. I was really shocked, honestly, when I watched this, how close it really was at the end. You know, I thought this would be an easy win, blowout. I didn't think I would lose any of the 4 attacks I did, you know. And like I said, I should have made it harder because you can't really call it a competition, but it was still fun for me, you know, getting to use the different troops and seeing how they work, because I've never used Valkyries. I don't use witches much except for in war, you know. I don't ever use healers, and I didn't use goblins. I forgot about them too, but you know, they just go for loot, so we'd have been okay with it without goblins. But like you see, guys, we're pretty much going through the core of this base, tearing it all up with no problems. Especially that last splash tower's out of the way. Now it's just pretty much all the troops coming in from the bottom there and cleaning up. Pretty simple. You got my archer queen leading the way, doing all the damage. Then you got the archers and witches, Valkyries, P.E.K.K.A.s. They're really powerful troops. That's one thing I will say about the women. Aside from the archers, all the women troops are really powerful. They don't have just any plain Jane, nothing special troops. You got the P.E.K.K.A.s, high DPS, high HP. Healers heal people. Valkyries, they do good splash damage. Witches, they produce skeletons. They sure made it, the women troops pretty powerful. But I guess they had to, to kind of make up for, to balance the game, I'm sorry. But, be sure you guys also go ahead and check out the new update that's coming soon, guys. We got the level 5 dragons coming. They are so sweet. I know that's completely off topic, but they're really sweet. But anyways, guys, and you see here, we got these 2 P.E.K.K.A.s left. And now it's just pretty much a race for time. Can they get through the wall and get to that last barrack and get it in time? And yes, they got it, guys. So we see there, it ends up tied up 6-6. No winner. So the next time we'll just have to do a little bit harder bases. But I think Clash of Clans has done a pretty fair job of making sure that everybody, the women troops, the men troops, they're all pretty equal. They all have their own counterpart. But thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my other videos. And until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.